Welcome back to the Highly Original Podcast. I'm Joe Martino.
Michael Ioneri.
And we're back with episode 21. I got it right this time.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You didn't have to ask me. Usually you're like, Mike, what number are we on? And I'm
I
like, Joe.
usually genuinely don't know, too.
Yeah, no, I mean, this time you knew. And you know what's crazy? I said 21, and like, right before I could say the one, you already finished it.
I beat you to it.
Yo, we can take this podcast out for drinks now, bro.
Whoa.
This podcast is 21, bro.
It's 21.
Let's get it popping this year. It's 2023. Let's do it right.
It is. Let's
do it right.
But yeah, so we're back, and yeah, we got a pretty good episode for you guys today. And I guess we're gonna continue with the spice.
Yeah, I mean, spice is always good, bro. Spice is always good.
Like, yeah, I'd say so.
You don't want to put too much spice.
Nah.
But just enough spice.
Just enough spice.
I think if we keep the spiciness going, we'll be good.
All right.
Yeah.
With that, Mike, how's your life going? Anything new?
My life's going pretty good. I mean, I gave an update before on Public Decency, the animation that I'm working on, the animated pilot I'm working on, but I just kind of want to throw another one out there. You know, things are really moving ahead. You know, we're getting all the principal audio done tomorrow, even though this will be released on Saturday.
Yeah.
I don't want to break the fourth wall. Maybe I'm breaking the fourth wall a little too much here. But yeah, we're going to be on tomorrow, Friday, we're going to be recording the rest of the principal audio. And it's going to be animating from there on out. And I'm really excited about that, you know? So that's...
No, yeah. I mean...
I'd add a little applause. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
How about you, bro?
No, I got nothing really going on. Do we have any... I feel like we don't have any updates.
I mean,
about the
show, nothing right now.
Going.
Guys, watch.
Nothing's going.
Listen to our show, guys.
Yeah.
Like, don't just give up now. Like, most of it, like, no. Keep going.
Just,
keep going. Don't go, oh, this isn't for me, and turn it off. We didn't even introduce ourselves yet.
Maybe give us a share.
I mean...
If you're a return listener, but yeah.
Like, give us a nice comment.
Yeah.
A like.
Yeah.
A view. Even just put you know what, just open this up and just play it on, like, a loop.
Just
over and over again. Just help us.
On every device you own.
Nah, we're not.
Alright, so.
We're not that desperate.
So, Mike, I got a question for you. I wanted to get your take on this. And I want you to stop texting while I'm talking to you.
Sorry, Joe. That'll never happen again, bro. I swear.
Yeah. Yeah.
That will never, ever happen again.
So, man, I'm thinking, kind of excited to see the Barbie movie.
Dude,
have you seen the...
serious?
I am.
No, I didn't.
Have you actually not seen the trailer for the Barbie movie?
No, there's a Barbie movie coming out?
Yeah, with Margot Robbie as Barbie.
Is it like live action?
Yeah.
I think I did hear about that.
Okay, yeah.
You're excited about that.
I think it looks kind of interesting. All right, now, so hear me out. So, Margot Robbie, one of like the biggest leading ladies out there right now.
She's awesome.
Ryan Gosling. He's a good actor, man.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
And he's done more than just The Notebook. Like, he's, he did
Drive.
the Blade Runner Drive.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff.
The Nice Guys. That was a really good movie. That's a movie that, like, I don't think anybody saw, but really good. You would like that movie.
Okay.
It's directed by Greta Gerwig.
Wait, is Ryan Gosling playing
He's
Ken?
He's Ken.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, man,
I'm excited.
Are you actually?
For Ryan Gosling.
Are you? All right.
I'm
all
not.
right.
I can't lie to you. I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not excited.
Okay, I was like...
No, I'm not excited.
No, man, but, like, the thing about it is, it looks like... It's, like, ambiguous as to whether this is, like, for kids. All right, so I just want to make it clear, like, if it's a children's movie, like, yeah, obviously, like, I'm not going to see it. But
right. But if it's, like, an adult
it looks
Barbie
like
movie,
it's, like kind of like a meta-comedy. Like, it's, like, kind of be surreal.
Well, I could see that if it's live action, I could definitely see them taking that kind of approach because, like, how much Barbie can you get doing live action? You know what I mean? You have to give it some kind of spice. You have to kind of...
No, yeah. But, like, the thing is, I don't think, like, people really know what it's gonna be. Like, it's pretty...
Do you have an idea of what it's gonna be based on the trailer? Or?
So, there's been a teaser.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen the teaser? Or
you
just saw like a news article or something?
Yeah, like on Facebook. I was scrolling. Sadly, scrolling.
And do you think that there'd be any way that you would see this film?
Yeah, no. I mean, if like if I went, if I was with somebody and they were already watching it, probably.
Okay,
But
all right.
I can't tell you to pay attention.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Your reception to this is a lot warmer than I thought.
No, I mean,
I thought you were gonna like just give me
Barbie. That's for girls.
like I thought. Well, I didn't think that, but I thought you were gonna do that thing you do where you just kind of like do that like kind of slight smile and like kind of look at me at the side. I thought you were just gonna be like,
yeah, no, nah.
oh yeah. Like I thought you were gonna be like, oh okay.
Nah,
all right.
Hey, you say Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling in the same film. I'm interested.
All right. Do you think you would see it in theaters? Or that's like no. Like that's the line.
With my sister, yes.
With your sister?
Yes. With you or my brother, no.
No.
No. With my little cousin, yes.
There's actually been like memes where it was like adult men. It'd be like memes that's just like 3 tickets for the Barbie film.
That's
like there's like
you know what? I would see it in theaters, but like the only way I would do it, I would have to go all out. I would have to like pull up the Barbie music playing, blast. Like, that's the kind of person I am. We never had a night out in the town, man. I'm a wild son of a gun. Like, I'd have to have Barbie shirt on. I'd have to go all out. Like, if I'm going like with my sister, I'm going all out. Barbie. I'm decked out in Barbie gear.
Well, now I know that you're just making that up.
I swear to God on everything I love.
You would wear a Barbie shirt.
I would wear it. Of course.
You would wear a Barbie shirt in public.
Yes. With my sister? Of course. For content? Of course. Just me, no.
All right.
But for funniness, yes, I would.
Well, I honestly thought I was gonna have to like make my case. I thought I was gonna have to defend myself.
Is that where that lawyer is over there? No.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna have to defend myself to you about the Barbie film and my interest in seeing it. Now, I gotta say, I don't know if I could see it in theaters. I might feel a little self-conscious. I gotta see like what it's like, who's it marketed towards.
Right.
For sure. Straight up, it's for children. Like I'm definitely not going to see it.
No,
but,
yeah.
like,
I mean, like I said, like I'd only go with like my sister and my cousins, like all the female little kids, the little girls in my family.
All right.
But like I'm not going with my grandpop. I doubt you and your pop are gonna go say, "Hey, Dad, wanna go see a movie?" Yeah. What's it called?
Barbie movie? I don't know. Will my dad see the Barbie movie with me?
That's a good question.
I don't know. But
Mr. Martino, let us know in the comments now.
All right. All right, but what I wanted to show you the teaser real quick.
I mean, you might as well. We got YouTube pulled
yeah,
up.
we're gonna pause it real quick. We'll be right back.
Yeah, guys, hang on. You're gonna get my live reaction.
All right, Mike. So, what do you think?
I'm definitely not
No.
saying that. No, that was no.
So like,
there's not a chance.
Wow. What if your little sister? What if
my little sister? Yeah,
you
okay.
telling me that doesn't look somewhat interesting?
No. The second I saw Ryan Gosling do that dance.
No, seriously, guys. It's like
that.
So for those of you guys who don't know, it's like they're doing like a Space Odyssey teaser, like the beginning, and and then it like goes into the main thing, and you just see like a quick shot of like Ryan Gosling like doing like a fighting pose.
Yeah.
Mike's like, no.
Yeah, that's not the Ryan Gosling I approve of.
No.
It's not my Ryan Gosling.
Dude, all right. I mean,
watching that, do you want to go? Is that what you're saying? Do you want to go to the theater? We can go. We can record a podcast there.
I mean, Greta Gerwig's a really good director.
Okay.
It looks like it might be like funny.
Yeah, but like
you don't think it looks like it's kind of making fun of itself?
A little bit, yeah, but like I don't know.
I
didn't hear no dialogue.
I'm really not thinking
Scared.
that Ryan Gosling is like being like serious. I think he's trying to be like corny. Like the whole movie's gonna be like corny.
I just wonder, like, are they supposed to be dolls? Like, is that...
Dude, that's the thing. I don't know. Actually, no. I did read it. She gets like kicked out of Barbie world and has to go to like our world.
Oh God, it's like Elf.
But Elf was funny.
Elf was great.
Elf was funny.
Hey man, I'm not gonna judge it by that atrocious trailer with all the music and the dancing. And I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was banging my head a little bit to the like the music.
Ryan Gosling comes on screen. Mike's like, no.
Just instantly no.
Audibly, he's just like, no.
Yeah, nah. Yeah. I wish we recorded live reactions, visual.
No,
live
yeah, that
reactions.
would have been better. But
I mean, so yeah, the Barbie movie, guys. It's safe to say, like, unless I'm going with the girls, I'm not going.
all right.
What about you?
I mean, I don't know. I want to see it. Might have to be one of those like rent situations.
Right.
Now, only if it gets good reviews,
Right.
and it's like actually for like adult audiences.
Not yeah.
Like, and it's like a comedy, like, you know.
I just can't get over Ryan Gosling. It looked like he was in Thriller for a second.
You know, he
Dressed
does.
as
He
Ken.
does. He does look like he's like in like a ninja costume or something.
What was that? I don't know, man. Scared, bro. Like, scared.
All right. Well,
dude. I mean,
you ended up giving the reaction I thought you were gonna initially give, but
yeah, no, sure. I had to see the trailer, man. That's all I had to say.
No.
No, like Darth Vader. No.
All right. Well, anyways, guys. Today we are doing for our nostalgic topic, Mad Max Fury Road. All right. And Mike, is this a pretty good film in your opinion?
I think it's a great film. I think all the Mad Max films are great, but this one in particular, and I'll give my reasons after the synopsis.
Now, have you watched like the original ones?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're like a big fan. I've only seen bits and pieces of like the original ones, but the one what we're covering today. I mean, of course, the original Mad Maxes. That's like the 80s, right?
87, 88.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah.
So,
Two men enter. One.
Oh yeah, that's
leaves.
Thunderdome.
Thunderdome, yeah.
Right, with Tina Turner as like the warlord.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Mad Max Fury Road is the post-apocalyptic action film, and we say action film, we mean action film. And it was co-written and directed by George Miller. And it has a pretty actually like star-studded cast, interesting enough. Tom Hardy is Mad Max.
Right.
Charlize Theron is Imperator Furiosa.
Good.
And you have Hugh Keys-Byrne as Immortan Joe. And then another person, Zoe Kravitz was as Toast the Knowing. She's one of Immortan Joe's quote-unquote wives, but really one of his...
servant.
It's like his... kind of like his like slaves that he's using to produce an heir,
right,
like to his throne. But we'll get into that. Yeah. So Mad Max, essentially, we'll go into the synopsis. This is sort of how it relates to the original. And Mike, since you're a little bit more familiar with the older ones, you might be able to help me out. In the original Mad Max, it stars Mel Gibson, of course, as Mad Max. He's a police, like a highway patrolman for the Australian government, like while the world is essentially collapsing.
Yeah,
so it's like
it
takes place, like which is interesting. During the breakdown.
Yeah, right.
Whereas in Fury, and then the subsequent sequels of that is like everything's gone.
Fury Road is bang. You're in the pot,
like so. Fury Road, Mad Max is already like it takes place in Australia, and the Australian government has already collapsed, and it's sort of implied that it's been like that for at least, I'd say a decade
or so.
And essentially in Fury Road, what they describe in the beginning credits, there was wars over oil, and then there were wars over water,
right?
And it's kind of implied that like environmental crisis got really bad. Most of Australia is like a wasteland.
Right, we ran out of our natural resources.
Yeah, and there's not even any communication with other countries. Like everybody's kind of reverted to, like pre-industrial, like life. So in the beginning, Mad Max, who's now like an ex-highway patrolman, is captured by the soldiers of this warlord Immortan Joe, who is a veteran of like these wars of the apocalypse.
Right. And you could see that. on his face.
Yeah, he's got all these medals and stuff. And he has essentially, he's one of these warlords, and he's allied with these two other warlords. So one warlord makes all the bullets, the other one does gasoline, like produces gasoline, and he has like water and agriculture. And he's got this big palace on this cliff, and he's got these, I don't know, like kind of pipes that release water to the people down below. But he's like hoarding a lot of it, and he's sort of essentially like set himself up to be like a messiah to these people. And he's got these, like, some of his soldiers are like normal people, but like a lot of them are like these kind of like religious fanatics who are like, they call them Half-Life because they're like they all have like diseases that are like gonna, they're gonna be dead by the time they're 40,
right?
And they're like religiously devoted to him. They think that he's gonna, like, if they die on the Fury Road, they're gonna go to heaven, Valhalla, with Immortan Joe carrying them, like, and so he's really set up like this pretty, like, pretty unique power structure. And when Mad Max arrives, he is at first, like, he's being used as a blood bag, essentially, like, because he's a universal donor.
Right.
And one of Immortan Joe's like, kind of, I guess, war leaders, I don't know, she's called Imperator. Like,
general,
what would you call her? Yeah, like, she's
war
like
leader. Because it's not like there's like a military hierarchy.
Essentially, played by Charlize Theron, is Furiosa, Imperator Furiosa. She sneaks out his wives, who are really, his sex slaves, and he's trying to produce an heir to his empire or whatever. And she's sneaking them out, and Mad Max gets caught up in it, and Immortan Joe pursues them with his army and his other warlord allies. So that's the basic plot, and it really is an intricate, film universe, I would say.
Really, really, really.
Yeah. So I'd say that's pretty good synopsis, right?
Yeah, no, it was a great synopsis. I mean, and it's really cool too. I mean, kind of touch on like set design and everything. Like, you see all the explosions in the mountains and whatnot. Like, a lot of everything was practical for the most part. But like, they had to be very conscious of the environment. So like, they couldn't go crashing these vehicles into the actual like mountains. They'd have to make like prop mountains or hills, and it was really cool how they did it. And they really sold it, and they made it look good and realistic, and it was awesome. Yeah, I mean, all around amazing cinematic universe, I'd say.
No, yeah, and I want to touch on that a little bit later, but I guess first, Mike, how I like to kind of do this, who is your favorite villain of all the?
I was thinking, and
because there's a lot.
There is a lot.
Like, there's a lot.
There is a lot, and I hate to be like, I don't know if this is the easy way out, but like, my favorite villain is Immortan Joe, because not so much what he represents, but aesthetically what he looks like. Like, to me, if I see someone that looks cool, like the makeup design and all that,
describe him.
Yeah, like, he's got, like, if I see someone that looks cool with, like, all the, like, the makeup, like, he's got like the tubes pushing like air into him, like he's got like basically like an iron lung kind of thing going on.
Yeah, he does.
It's like some kind of...
I didn't even like think about that. Yeah,
it's like, I don't know what you call it. It's like it just looks old world.
Well, he's like, he's clearly like sick. He's like diseased.
No, he's really ill. But to me, he just looked like a badass.
Oh no, yeah, but like when his armor's off, you see he's like,
it's like a Darth Vader effect.
He's like succumbing to like
to death,
these illnesses,
which is why he's trying to find, like you said, like, with all these sex slaves, he's trying to find an heir to his
and he wants like an heir that's like in perfect health.
Right.
So all the women that he chooses are like, they haven't been affected by disease or anything.
Yeah, but the pale skin and the really outdated looking breathing mechanism and just the
he's got like skeleton teeth in it, so he looks he's like
vicious looking, man. I think he's my favorite. He's my favorite villain aesthetically. You know what I mean? And he also does some pretty nasty things, pretty bad things.
No, yeah, I mean,
when he kills what's his name, Fatso, I think. the one person Fatso, and then he killed. Like, he's just, I don't know, man. He's definitely a villainous man. But, like, the fact that, like you said, like, take that equipment off, he's gonna succumb to those injuries. Yet when he has that stuff on, like, he's
like hiding it. You know, like,
but like he's such
because he's trying to convince people that he's a guy.
Yeah, and that's,
like,
and he's doing good at it, because like,
yeah.
you got to think, like, what he has on him, like, that breathing, that iron lung, whatever that is, does not look like OSHA would let. Like, that does not look good. That doesn't.
It's not OSHA certified.
Yeah, no, it looks like it's gonna break if you touch it. Like, it just looks brittle. So I mean.
But like, something I wanted to comment on Immortan Joe. I'm glad you chose him, so I just hope we get to talk about him.
Right.
Is what kind of scares me about him is that, like, you know, he clearly like made up. You know, like he created this religion around himself, right?
Right.
But it kind of does seem like, to an extent, he like believes it.
Which is crazy.
Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
great point.
He's starting to actually believe that he is like immortal, like,
right.
or something. Because like, there's like a part where he's like chanting something when like he thinks that he's lost the wives forever, and like
that's a tough.
It
that's
seems
a fascinating
like
point.
like it's, which is like scary, because it's like he's not just like, you know, the Wizard of Oz where he's like pulling smokes and mirrors. Like, he's like starting to really think like
he's
that he is God.
Which is scary, man. Yeah, that's
maybe. Well, I mean, we never like really know.
Yeah, but like you said, he was chanting to find, like, that makes you think, like, yeah, he believes it, I think, a little bit more than he preaches it, even, if you want to say, like maybe he truly believes that he is God.
Or he started to, like over the years, his mind is starting
Mental
to,
decay,
he's starting to break down.
That's a fascinating point that I never thought about.
Yeah, no, but
that's awesome.
I guess, like, for my pick of my favorite villain, I would pick the Bullet Farmer.
The Bullet Farmer, yeah.
Who is like this other warlord. And it's kind of like set up that, like, all three of these guys, the Gasoline, or the Guzzling, they don't say gasoline, they say Guzzling. The Guzzling guy, the Bullet Farmer, and Immortan Joe were all, like, veterans of one of these wars.
Right.
They became warlords afterwards. And they're all allied. And they all have, like, different cultures. So, like, the Bullet Farmer's not, like, a religious fanatic or anything. He's, like, just... he's, like, more of a practical businessman. And, like, there's not too much of him, but, like, he's got pretty good set design, or costume design, because he's got, like, his, like, teeth or bullets. One point, he takes a bullet out of his mouth and loads it into a revolver. Like, his, like, armor is made of, like, bullets. And, like, I just think it's interesting, because he, like, he's doing it out of, like, the ally ship. Like, he says to the Guzzling guy at one point, he's like, all of this for some family squabble. Like, he doesn't care about Immortan Joe's religion stuff. He doesn't care about his, like, wives. Like, he's just
nothing.
like, this is stupid. But the one part I really like the scene where he gets blinded. Do you remember this part?
Yeah, I do.
And he's like, he's still pursuing them.
Yeah.
And he's like, they're playing like that classical music piece. So it's like,
Yeah.
no! Like, you know, and he's just like, they like tied up his like face to, like, you know, protect his eyes, and he's got two machine guns. And he's like, I am the scales of justice.
And they had that, like,
he's just like shooting like crazy,
like a flare in front of his face, and he's not even like reacting.
Yeah. That's like right before the scene where he's like, I'm the scales of justice.
Yes.
And he's like chasing after them. And his car's cool. He's got like a lowrider car, but they have like tank tracks on it.
Real quick,
I thought that was cool.
Nah, that was awesome, dude. All the vehicles, man. But
yeah,
what do you think about the People Eater with the nose? Isn't the People Eater?
Like the Guzzling guy. No,
yeah.
Nah, he's creepy.
He's freaky.
He's just creepy.
Yeah,
like
that freaking like nose thing on him. Like so simple, simple makeup. But
he's like really like diseased.
Yeah, nah.
Because I think it's like a fake nose, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
because
like
his real nose like fell off. Like,
yeah.
He's horrible because his like one foot's like swollen.
Yeah, nah. He
can't even walk. Like
People Eater. What kind of a name was that?
Well, I think it's because he's
a
cannibal. I think that's what that implies. Like
Bullet Farmer, the People Eater.
Yeah. Bullet Farmer seems like maybe the most mentally stable of the three.
Yeah, I know. Sad to say.
To be honest, like.
But that is such a great shot, though, with
Yeah.
him and the two machine guns,
Yeah.
just, like, shooting his blind.
Yeah, I love that part. But yeah, no. So that's my pick for my favorite villain. But my next question would be, who is your favorite protagonist?
And you know what? Here I go again. Probably taking the easy way
Mad
out.
Max.
No, I'm gonna go say his real name, Max Rockatinsky.
Okay.
Mad Max. Yeah, no, he's dude.
No,
I mean,
yeah, I got you.
especially with Tom Hardy playing him, man, and like even the old films of Mel Gibson, but I think Tom Hardy really brings that character to life so well, and you really like when he had that mask on. There was like the
Yeah. It's a muzzle.
It's like
it's a muzzle.
yeah,
No,
a muzzle. That's the
it's
word.
It's not a It is
it's
a muzzle.
right? And you know the way
Because
that
he was fighting them.
Yeah,
Like,
no, and just the way Tom Hardy like sold that. You know, you see all his veins popping out, the anger and like behind the mask.
Oh, when he's like tied up to the car.
Yeah, and they're just like driving on
Yeah.
Fury Road, and you know, essentially the whole film is one long chase scene.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
think about it, and yeah, I mean, I hope this isn't an easy way out by picking him, man. As my favorite.
No, you're fine.
You know what I mean, protagonist, but I just think he's too badass, man. He's just
All right.
he is, and I mean, there's so much you can say about him in the movie,
No,
but I feel like you're gonna give a better.
better
protagonist.
No, it's good, man. No, it's good when we have different ones because then we get to
Talk more, yeah.
give a better picture of the film.
Right, true.
But
Kind of
I'm
like
gonna pick Charlize Theron's Imperator
All right,
Furiosa.
I like it.
So, like, her whole arc is she's trying to get the wives away from Immortan Joe, of course, because she's,
Right.
this is awful what he's doing to
Yeah.
them. And she's trying to take him to this place called the Green Place, which she grew up in. And I feel like it's kind of implied that it was like sort of like a religious community of women.
Right.
Maybe that was like founded in response to like the climate crisis or the wars or something,
Something that took yeah.
Yeah, like, but she was kidnapped and she ended up working for Immortan Joe, and she's trying to redeem herself.
Right.
So I like that that's her like motivation. But what I also like about her is I think that's a good way to make like a female action hero, man.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
I think a lot of times now, when they take female action heroes, they just make them good at everything. There's no struggle that they face.
Right.
They can do everything.
They're the best.
They're the best.
Around.
And I think we've had a lot of examples in that in like the late 2010s.
Right.
But I think what I like about Imperative Furiosa is, like, yeah, she can fight, she can do all that, but there are times where she's bested.
Yeah.
There are times where she's like recognizes like, I shouldn't do this. This other person on my team should do it.
Right,
Because they're
right.
better at it than
Right.
me.
Right. You could see the conflict within and the
she's
struggle,
not
the
like,
decision-making.
she's not like Superman.
Right.
Like
right.
she's, and I like that when you have a hero that can be defeated. Like
Yeah.
there is a element of peril.
Or they're aware
you
of their own limits.
Yeah.
And they don't want to test those limits.
Yeah,
because-
like there's like, because then it's like
Demise.
it's not just like boring, because it's like, I mean, obviously, like, she's not the title character, so she could have died.
Yeah.
We don't know.
You don't know. I mean.
No, spoiler alert.
Oh, God.
But I mean, guys, most of these movies came out like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
so
if you're listening and you didn't see
just-
these movies, come on, guys.
Yeah.
You should know.
But yeah, so that's my pick for her, and that's why I
Yeah, and I you know what? I think she's way better than Mad Max. Max
in some
Rockatinsky.
aspects though, like
because of her cause, like,
okay,
you know
yeah.
what I mean, like, very noble. I mean,
Yeah.
both of their causes, but
Well,
she
she convinces Mad Max
right.
to have a cause again, because he's like, he was not able to help people in the past. It's
Right.
suggested he was part of a failing state that failed, and he's at this point. What we find him, he's like, I don't believe in anything.
Yeah.
There's nothing to believe in, and she kind of convinces him like,
No, there's
there's
a good cause. to
you
believe
gotta
in, yeah.
keep fighting. So yeah,
Yeah, that's a great choice by you, man. And I like how you touched, like, she does have her limits, and it makes it all the more real, all the more intriguing. because you don't want to see her get hurt. You don't want to see her do these, test those limits. You don't want to see it.
But I guess to kind of like wrap up, I wanted to touch again on the world building and the practical effects. Because you touched on that. Like, guys, if you haven't seen the film, it is a big chase scene, as Mike said, and it's all these crazy custom cars that look insane.
I think it was 180.
There's explosions. There are people like on poles,
jumping
onto moving trucks.
All real, by the way.
There's a guy who's in a bungee cord playing the electric guitar that has a flamethrower attached to it.
Which is all practical.
And it's practical effects.
Which is awesome.
And Mike, let me ask you this. How much better does it look than anything that like Marvel has put out?
And
not that you can make a spaceship, so maybe Marvel's not a good example.
No, but still, I mean,
like,
there's a lot of things in Marvel that could have been practical.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things in a lot of these movies that could be and should be practical.
Yeah.
I guess Star Trek, like the rebooted Star Trek film franchise, they could have done a lot more practical work, but they chose to do CGI. And that is something like, you can make a miniature model spaceship like the originals did back in the day, and it would look so much better than CGI.
No, and I completely agree. And I think I love the Star Wars prequels, but I think a lot of what made Star Wars so real looking was its practical effects.
Exactly.
And like Lord of the Rings, look at that.
Yeah.
All those orcs are like real people pretty much. All the close-up shots.
A great example, I think.
And they look like real animals. Like real creatures.
Or I don't want to get too crazy now, but like Batman with Michael Keaton Batman.
Yeah.
The Gotham, that set was so it would just look like it was a real life living page in the comic books. It was all practical. Obviously, it was like 1989, but still, like a set like that, like how they did Gotham, you just believe in it so much more than if you see a digitally animated set. With Mad Max Fury Road,
major props to them for doing that.
Yeah,
because they would have every reason not to.
No, for
sure. In modern day. So
and shout out to Colin Gibson, the production designer, because really like I said earlier, like you just can't crash a vehicle, and I think they used 180 cars, custom cars alone, vehicles, and semi trucks, and so many different amalgamated mods like Frankenstein-esque vehicles.
Oh yeah.
They brought them to life, and it was so cool. And like you said, the guitar, that was 100 and something pounds that actor had to hold. Like that was a heavy piece of equipment, and they had to sit there and jam out with flames.
Well, the guitar has a bungee cord on it too.
Yeah, I mean it's unbelievable, man.
But if you guys don't even see the film, type into YouTube Mad Max
behind the
Road,
scenes,
guitar scene.
Yeah, even that.
Just it'll show you what they accomplished with this film.
No, it's remarkable.
But I guess the one last thing I wanted to touch on real quick, before we go into our last topic, is a little bit about the world building.
Right.
I think they did a really good job building this world, because we're left to make assumptions about what happened.
Right.
Theater
of the mind.
Yeah, all we do know is that there was a war over oil, or wars over oil, and wars over water.
Right.
And now there is no Australia.
And now
chaos
everywhere.
And I just think it was interesting. You have all these different factions. There's the motorcycle guys that are just in the canyon. We don't even know what they're called.
Yeah,
but they're
there. They're there, yeah.
And there's the one scene where they actually they're going. They get out of the canyon area. They go to this place where there's a swampland, and there are these guys just on stilts walking around, and they just look at them. And there's no interaction, but there's something haunting about that scene.
That scene is freaky.
Because it's just world building that there's society is just divided itself and is subdivided all these little communities and factions, and it's almost medieval times again.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Medieval, but also futuristic.
Yeah,
it's
and there's no internet anymore. Like,
no communication.
Yeah.
In terms of like,
and I think there's like a cool scene where like they see a satellite flying through the sky, and like only the old people really like remember it.
right.
Can like really say like, oh yeah, like there there used to be like TV shows like. Oh, that's like what one of the younger person like they said that everybody used to have like TV shows and
Right.
stuff like. They're like, do you think that anywhere else in the world like there are TV shows again? Because it's like they're disconnected from the rest of the world.
Yeah,
it's
they're
like,
in Australia.
Yeah, like who knows what's going on in America?
Yeah, I would
Like,
love to see more.
Yeah.
yeah, I would love to see Mad Max.
Mad Max, Canada.
Canada. Yeah, there you go.
Yukon Road.
yeah, there you go. Mad Max, Niagara Falls.
This is like Justin Trudeau is like in a car chasing someone.
He's got like really decorative socks.
Yeah. Does he wear decorative socks?
Yeah, he does.
Oh. All right.
He's got like steampunk socks.
Does he?
There you go. No,
Does he?
but he wouldn't, man.
I thought that was like something he
Canada.
actually did. I was like, oh, okay. All right.
Now, I think the world building was really on point because it takes a lot to lure you in and make you believe in what you're seeing. And to me, I mean, I didn't question one thing I saw. As obnoxious as everything was, I didn't question.
Yeah, it's just
doubt.
it's so intricate.
Yeah,
Like they spent a lot. And Mike, you said something actually before we started about like the script.
yeah. I mean, dude, they didn't even have a script when they were storyboarding the film. Like, they literally storyboarded, I think, like 80% of the film before they said, here we have to have a script. There's only 61 lines of dialogue in that film. 63 lines. I'm sorry, 63 lines. There's 2 more than what I originally said. 63 lines. That's nothing. That's nothing.
Yeah.
Like a 2-hour and 30-minute
No.
film. And like George Miller, I heard like it was like 1994, and he was at like or 90. I forget what it was. Some year he was at like a traffic light, and all of a sudden he just had this idea of like, I want to make Fury Road just this long chase scene, and like it took him a while, but eventually
It was in like development hell for a while, right?
for a long time. But it's just so fascinating. Like, man, like you knew what you wanted. Because I've storyboarded projects before, and like for me, I need a script to go off of. So I couldn't just imagine like, let me come up with this crazy, intricate chase scene in this insane world.
Yeah.
And then, dude, if you look at the storyboard, it matches almost identically with the film. So to me, that's fascinating. Their screenplay was illustrated. It's awesome.
And you know what? They made a good product with it.
Made a fantastic product.
Yeah.
I don't think I heard a bad review about Fury Road. I really don't. Like,
Oh, yeah. And
everybody
I think
loves
they're making a sequel in 2024.
I'm excited.
Furiosa, and it's gonna be like a prequel.
Right.
I think it's gonna be a prequel.
Right.
So we'll see about you know how I feel about prequels, but
You already touched on how Joe
I'd rather
feels.
it be a sequel. It'd be better as a sequel. But
Agreed.
so with that, guys, hope you enjoyed the episode, and get ready for the next episode because
22.
we are interviewing Mr. John.
Mr. John.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for this. It's gonna be our first actual guest.
Yeah, actually it is. So we're pretty excited about it. And we're it's gonna be a good episode.
Definitely, it's gonna be a very good episode. Don't think you're gonna hear a lot of humor, like bull crapping around, like being Joe usually.
Oh,
does.
we're gonna have a little bit.
This Mr. John's credentials. I really want to delve into.
And,
the topic.
and with
of
the
Saga,
topic,
and,
we're
definitely.
of course, but
I want to.
don't worry,
I'm excited for.
I
the
wrote in some
conversation.
fun too. I wrote in
Okay.
some fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right, so with that, guys, take care. Happy New Year, and yeah, okay.
Watch out for them squirrels.